What's going on, y'all? How you doing? Well, I found out a little bit more about the sat phones, and it seems that they're setting us up. So a lot of cyber things that are happening. If you watch Monkey Works, he talks about that stuff and how the U.S. is just getting hammered from all over from the world, really. And like I've been telling people, it's kind of like we deserve this because to a certain extent, we've been manipulating, kicking ass, doing things around the world and all that we the people haven't necessarily benefited from, but these people were voted in by us. Not me per se, but because a lot of times I didn't vote for people at all. I didn't vote at all. So it's one of those deals to where now the countries around the world have their own history. Everybody needs to understand that they do. They have their own history. Just look between Russia and Japan, Russia and France. For Napoleon and all. Yeah, just look into it. They have their own history. And my cat's trying to get out the door. But yeah, Europe has its own history, and people need to understand that. There's a lot of things that are going on. And people say, "Oh, well, the U.S. needs to do this." Well, the U.S. needs to stay out of it. Okay, the U.S. needs to pull back, let them have their own little squirms and all that other kind of deal, without us getting over there trying to intervene and all. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a couple of people that work together or whatever. You know what I mean? Something is bound to happen or what, so you might as well just let it go. But the deal is they're talking about slinging nukes at each other. And if they start slinging nukes, well, then over here, that's going to cause a big ruckus. They're going to try to say we can't have an election because where there's a world war getting started, people are using nukes on each other, yada yada. So we can't be having elections while all this is going on. Martial law to be ushered in. They're already, like I've been saying for a while, our logistics, our food, and our money, everything else they're messing with. Now the next thing to do is our power, and our higher ups are getting sat phones, and now people talking about China having major, and China's not the only one. It's China, Iran, Russia. There are many, many countries around the world that have people on a daily basis, but not at the capacity that China has to have literally maybe 100,000 people constantly working on ways to penetrate the U.S. somehow, some way to interrupt power grid, water flow, mess with dams, you name it. They're just everything. If you do a little bit of research on that kind of stuff, you find out China threat to the U.S. Google that, and you'll find out pretty quick. That's one of the biggest things that people are talking about now is that China is literally doing what they can to seize what they can around the world with ports from other little smaller countries that cannot in any way, form, or fashion ever afford to ever pay China back for what they have put into their little bitty country. You know what I'm saying? Well, China's been doing that. They've been buying a lot of land here in the U.S. There's a lot of governors and things that have come out and started speaking up. Governor Abbott's one of them. That is to be no more land sold to China as a company to the corporation. Now, the individual, a citizen, they can buy land, no problem. But the corporation to China, no, no more. More of that's happening around in the U.S. Watch Monkey Works. Like I say, he's got a lot of information on all the things that are happening. There's so many things that are going on over our heads that you would not believe. There's survey flights out the wazoo, nuke sniffers in the air, sub hunters, and all that just right around the corner from the White House. We have so much stuff going on in the West Coast and in the Gulf of Mexico. We have things coming across Mexico into the U.S. They're trying to do whatever they can to have enough people here to mainly try to flip Texas blue and all that, to where most of these people, if they can vote and if they can find a way in, yes, that's what they'll do. That's all this is trying to do. Trust me, y'all, this is no joke whatsoever. All right, this is everybody's fight. If you were born in this country and you love this country and you want it to stay this way, now is your time to speak up. Okay? That's all it's going to do, man. It's all it's going to take. It's got to take that. Okay? We need people with the spine and the backbone to realize that, hey, if everything's going to happen, anything's going to happen, let it happen in my time so my grandchildren can live in peace. So this is kind of like what they say in the military is a snafu. Situation normal, all fucked up. That's what a snafu is. Forgive my language. But that's what it is. Situation normal, all effed up. And, we still have quite a bit of time for this crooked government that we have to try to swindle their way and steal another election, y'all. You understand? Because all these people that are rushing in here that do not speak English, that are not from this country, that literally come here to get what they can get, they hate this country, but they're coming here to take over. That's what they will do. The ones that they are giving guns and all that other kind of stuff, telling them go door to door, that's the people they'll be getting. Because they'll be asking, are you willing to do it? Yeah, I'm willing to do it. Because they're not citizens. See what I mean? So, you need to set up a game plan. What I was telling some other people, set out a signal and stuff, have somebody around the corner or something, not too far from you, two or three of them. Have your friends step out there in their yards and just pop off rounds in the backyard. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that'll make them wonder what's going on. They hear it all around them, and that'll make them go on. You understand? You're not hurting anybody because they're not going to be doing anything during the daytime. Most likely, this will happen at night. So, a lot more things happening. I've got some other tactical shit that I want to tell y'all. Got some other kind of equipment, things that might be interesting to you. So, y'all hang tight, and I'll be back. And my mom's doing better. So, yeah, thank y'all. Later, y'all.